I got all that sunlight in the background. Let me see. Hey guys, what's going on? I dropped. I'm sorry. I dropped. I had to drop. We were outside. You know I like being outside, but great day. It's a lot of hornets out there, and I got on this vanilla scented body spray, so that probably was attracting them as well. Hold on, I'm trying to get this right. Let me see. Give me 1 second. You guys, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Let me get some of this sunlight down. What's up, guys? Okay, so back to what I was saying. I'm sorry. Like I said, I had to drop because thank you for following. I had to drop because I had it was too many hornets out there, too much going on. So we inside. I like being outside talking to you guys because you know, I just like being outside. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But we on the inside now. So, you know, back to what I was saying, you know, we were talking about pouring into our cup. When God poured into our cup is for us. But, you know, and then I went off into it, you know, healing and awakening to the different things in our lives and what's true, what's not true. So for me, okay, for me personally, that's just one of the things. I don't know why it came up, but it came up, and I don't really like talking about it. I feel like those are one-on-one conversations because, you know, so many people go do different things. Everybody have their own beliefs on what it is that they feel that awakening is, or, you know, spiritual battles are, and things like that. For me, I went through my whole healing process, and thank you for the likes. Thank y'all for the shares. I went through the whole healing process of, you know, going through different things, and my job was to teach love, and that's what I want to teach. And teaching love, once you realize what the real true meaning of love is, and as I talk about, you have the definition, what love is, and then you have the personal. This is what love is, meaning that what do you feel love is when you look at something like if you feel love is taking out the trash, you know, that 5 love languages, that when that book came out, it messed up everybody. It made everybody think that, oh, love is a thing. Oh, love is this. You have to talk to me in my love, when love is just a definition. Love is God. Love is the highest gift of all. That is who God is. That is his name. It is love, right? And so when you take the Webster's definition and then you take the you definition, like the Naishism, right? And I take that definition and I make love to what it is. So love to me is when someone, protects me, right? That's what I feel love is protection. But then at the same time, this person is pouring all this love into me and they're giving me all this love and I'm not receiving it, and it's causing conflict in our relationship. And then they come out with the 5 love languages, and now you guys get to categorize yourselves in these 5. You have to fit in one of the 5, and that's what my love is, when it's so much bigger than that. When you put yourself in the 5 categories of that 5 love language, which one are you? What you're doing is making it conditional. When you make something conditional, because you put stipulations on it. Whenever you put a stipulation on the word love, or put a comma on the word love instead of the period, then it becomes conditional, right? It becomes conditional. Love is supposed to be unconditional. Now, they say to death do us part. You have children, you get unconditional love, and this is what love is. But at the same time, as soon as they piss you off or they get a divorce, all of a sudden you hate that person. You don't want nothing to do with them. You're not friends no more. You dogging them out. You talking about them and things like that. That's not love. Right? That's not unconditional love. Now you see that you've had conditional love. But what if I told you the reason why you love people conditionally? Have you ever noticed when you get out of a relationship, you be so hurt? And the reason why you be so hurt because you feel like that person should have never betrayed you. Like you love that person. That person, you loved them to pieces. You loved everything about them. Thanks, God. You loved everything about them. Everything that they did. You'd have never done them that way. You'd have never treated them that way. You would have never thought twice about putting your 2 cents on. You would have never did what they did to you is because you loved them and they conditionally loved you. And if you knew what real true love was, you would have never been with that person anyway, because you'd have been able to use your discernment to see that this person wants something from you. They only want something from you. I heard this guy say one time, like, everybody's a user. And I said, okay, go ahead and explain, because he was the type of person that got to justify everything, all his wrongdoings and everything. He sit up in the group and he telling us this whole thing. And he's like, because, if I'm dating you, that means I want something from you. You see what I'm saying? The enemy love to make what they're doing sound so good so they can sleep better at night. But what if I told you that that's all he was a user? He wanted what he needed with the intent of never giving back. So let's talk about it. If you knew who you were, if you loved yourself, then you would have never been with a person like that in the first place. A lot of us thought we loved ourselves. A lot of us thought, and still do, a lot of people think that they love themselves. They do one little piece of healing. They go through a breakup. They do one little piece of healing. And then they go and they say, you know what, I'm never going to let that happen. They go into their isolation. And I do isolation like that because I don't like to use the word isolation. And the reason why I don't like to use the word isolation is because when you think of isolation, everything is wordplay. Everything has a thing to it. Just think about this. Isolation. When you say the word isolation, it gives you a feeling. That's why I don't use negative and positive. Because when you think of negative, it gives you a feeling. When you say the word negative, you know it's something that's not good. It could be toxic. It could be this, that, and the third. When you say positive, you know it's a good feeling. But if I told you desirable and undesirable, so when you say you undesire something, it doesn't give you a feeling. It just say, I don't want that. I don't desire it, so why do I want it? Which is the same thing with isolation. When I hear people say, God will isolate you, see, you have to think about it. It's a lot of people that have, need therapy, and it's a lot of people that look at words and then they internalize it and then they attach it to an emotion. They take that word and attach it to an emotion, the wrong emotion, which we call misplaced anger. But anyway, so with isolation, that means that you're shut off. You're pulled away. You're taken away from. Thank you for the likes. You're taken away from. You're kind of off in your own, kind of like you in a dungeon. When you think of isolation, it's in a dark place. It's away from everybody. But if you say disconnect, right? If you say God will disconnect you, meaning that I am still aware of what's going on in this world right now. I am aware of what's happening in this world. I am still present, because this is the most important thing. You always want to be present in any situation that you're in. You are always present. I'm disconnected, but I am present. However, I no longer desire the things that I was once attached to. That's what happens when you heal. You start looking at the words. You start looking at words, wordplay. If you put the correct word to the emotion, then you can properly heal from a situation. So for me, I knew 2 emotions, and those emotions was happy and mad. No, happy and angry. Now, when my feelings, let's talk about feelings. Before you can get to the emotion, you have to have a feeling, right? So my feeling was I'm crying, right? I don't know how to identify my crying because I'm not emotionally intelligent enough to know that, because I only know 2 emotions. So therefore, I'm crying. So I will go ahead and categorize that into angry. I don't care what I cry for. I don't care if it's death. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's birth. It does not matter. There are tears forming in me and they are coming out, so therefore I'm angry. Now I'm reacting from a place of anger when I should have reacted from a place of sadness. And if I knew how to do that, then I would have been able to handle situations. See, that's the problem with a lot of us. And I use me as a testimony because there's no shame in my game. I keep it a buck with you at all times because I want you to heal. But you need to understand that I I went through this. See, there's a thing. I am an adult, right? So as I grew and with my age, I am an adult. So I can handle things, right? Mentally of my responsibilities as an adult, but my actions were that of a child. Now, why do my actions have that of a child? And I'm going to tell you why. My process, because I am grown. I'm in the military. I'm an adult. I know how to take care of responsibilities. I know how to get things done. I can make a way out of no way. I done jumped off the porch way back then. I done been through some things in my life. I done got it out the mud. I know what it is like to make nothing out of something, right? So now I'm here, but my emotions are so childish. My emotions, because I only know two emotions, that's angry or happy, because that's something that was not poured into me. My mother did not pour that into me, because how could she pour it into me? And then this is how she responds. So I only know that. But then I got my father that's teaching me. My father said, well, here it is, Woogie. This is what I want you to do. I want you to know how to take care of yourself. I want you to understand that it's people out here that ain't going to care nothing about you. I want you to understand people are out here going to use you, so I want to teach you how to fight. See, he didn't teach me how to fight in a mature way. He taught me how to fight with my hands. I don't know how to fight with my words. What he told me is, you don't argue with nobody. You just go ahead and start swinging. That's what I knew, and that's what I lived by. But it wasn't until that now that I'm healing, I realized that, girl, what is you doing? Where is you going? What is you doing? You need to learn how to have a conversation. I don't know how to have a conversation. My conversation starts off like this. Yeah, I know I overreacted, but yeah, I shouldn't have did that, but yeah, because I didn't know how to take accountability. See, a lot of people don't know that, because accountability hurts. It hurts to take accountability. It hurts. The truth hurts. That's what they mean by when they say the truth hurt, is the accountability part that hurts. It wasn't until I learned how to heal that I learned that, hey, being accountable for something makes me well respected. See, people learned to respect me more when I was able to speak my truth and be able to stand in that and say, yeah, I did that. It's not a but. It's not a, you don't give somebody a compliment. Oh, your hair is cute, but. Oh, you know, you look good in that, but. And that's all I hear is the but. And the but is insecurity. That's what the but means. So the next time when someone come to you and they tell you, I'm sorry, but, whenever they use the but, know that that but is the substitution for insecurity. That's it, and that's all. There's no more for you. And what do you need to do with that? You need to immediately disconnect. No one deserves to be in your space to apologize for doing you wrong and then tear you down still. Is that crazy? Is that crazy or what? How dare you come into my space, and when you come into my space, you came to me to apologize. The apology, here's the thing with an apology. Apology is a self-inflicted wound for some people. Why do you say a self-inflicted wound for some people? Because some people, to get that word, I apologize, it kills them. That's why they have to say, but. Do you understand? But when a person can come and truly identify, and it's only the ones that's healed, not even the ones that been through the situation. See, it's so funny that you go through this same thing. You get mistreated by these same people, all these different things, same people mistreating you, did you the same way, and then you turn around and do it to someone else, and then you either don't apologize or you apologize and you say, but. No. That's not how that go. There is not a but. But how do you deal with that? You deal with that by disconnecting. You give no energy to that. Let me tell you how the enemy operates. The enemy will operate in a way to have you. I want to test to see if you are who you say you are. Am I who I say I am? Am I who I say I am? I'm Coach Nye. I done been through some things. I've done identified that I did not love myself. I had insecurities. I needed some healing with a whole lot of things that I had going on in my life. I needed to detach from some things. I needed to learn some things. I needed to go study in some things. I needed to figure out what is this about. I needed to do a lot of things. And when I did all those lot of things of working within me, what I learned is I have triggers. And how do you deal with triggers? Well, let's talk about cognitive behavioral therapy. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. What they would teach you in, triggers is identify it, right? Go within and heal it, and go within and figure out where it came from. But hear from me, from my testimony, that is the correct way to do it. But here is my testimony with that. Also, when I do that, when I notice that somebody is trying to pee me off, make me mad, test the waters of, are you who you say you are? That's when I know when I'm triggered. And yes, healed people, let me talk to these healed folks right now. The ones that say, I'm healed and I'm healing and this, that, and the third. The people that's looking at you and is trying to catch you off back. Hey, Naisha, I ain't seen you in a while, girl. I ain't been on in a while. The ones that's trying to catch you off guard and see all these things. Let me tell y'all, you little haters out there, guess what healing means? That means that there's still a process that's going to go on forever. It's nonstop. Let me tell you something else, you little haters. This is what happened. You guys, healing does not mean that, you can't get mad. Being a Christian does not mean that, you can't get upset. No, you still get upset. Jesus went and flipped the table over in his father's house. He did these things because he got upset, because people were doing things. Moses went and struck the rock because of the fact, whatever the case may be, these are the things. It's triggers. But what I've noticed in my healing is a lot of people, they'll say, oh yeah, I see it in you. I see it coming out. Yeah, you don't see anything coming out. What you're trying to do is test my waters. But I need you to understand that, hey, I still get upset. I still get angry about things. I still get frustrated about things. I still want to come unglued sometime. But here's the part that you're missing, because you're unhealed and you're ignorant and you're looking for mess and drama. Here's what you need to know, buddy. I am healed. That's why I haven't came unglued. I am healed. That's why I have not attacked. You are healed. That's why you're able to sit back. See, when you're triggered, what that trigger means and tells me, I need to heal some more. I'm going to go back to the drawing board. I'm going to disconnect from this because I already know this is about to be a thing. See, I don't have to go back and forth or argue with you. I don't have to do, and I'm never going to do these things. I'm never going to argue with you. I'm never going to fight with you. I'm not going to do these things anymore because that's who I used to be. But now that I have grown and I've become the person that I'm supposed to be operating in my purpose, I understand that, I'm going to get upset. But when I get upset, I'm not going to stew over it. I'm not going to go to sleep with it. I'm not going to wake up with it. I'm not going to stress about it. I'm not going to go without food. You know how we do. We don't eat. We don't sleep. We can't think. It consumes our day. I'm not going to do that anymore. What I'm going to do is go heal. Now I'm going to go to the drawing board and say, why did that trigger me? Why did that person, I done did all this work on myself. Why did that person come and trigger me? Why did that person or that thing or something that was said trigger me? Now I need to fix it. Now I know that's right. Let me cook. And that's the thing. So yes, I get upset. Yes, I want to do this thing. And that's what I need people to understand. That's why I tell my testimony. I tell my testimony because I don't want you to see me and I'm telling you guys, you need to react like this and you guys need to do this. And you guys, yes, you do. Follow me. I am who I say I am, but I also need you to understand I am also a person that is learning to be better. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Let me cook. Let them cook. Go ahead. But I'm just saying, do you understand? Healing is not about this whole thing that people think healing is about. You just turn a new leaf. A lot of people, when they get baptized, they think that, you can't cuss, you can't drink, you can't do this, you can't do that. You are just perfect. You're just supposed to be a blank stare all the time. And that's what people think, right? Yeah. And that's why they judge you from their own understanding. And they're judging you from their own understanding because they have Satan attached to them. They got the negative, the bad spirits attached to them. They got all these angry spirits attached to them because their whole job at this point, once you decide to change yourself and become a better person, that's when the enemy comes, because their whole job is to tear you down. It's nothing about it. Nothing else to it. They are here to seek and destroy, and that is their job. But the thing is, what I tell you is you have to let them do their job. That is their job. That is their job. Their job is to come to seek, K-I-L-L, and destroy. That is it. You got to let the enemy do their job. The more you focus on the enemy and getting mad because ain't nobody believing you, you're trying to prove stuff to people, you're trying to do this, that, and the third, the enemy is attacking you because that's his job. You ain't going to stop that. And until you learn that, buddy, until you learn that, sis, you're going to have a whole heap of problems. When you start focusing on the enemy's job, that means you're not focusing on your job. That means that you're leaving yourself open to be attacked from all angles. See, I don't leave myself to be open on all angles. Listen, I don't care what people got to say about me. People have been talking about me. Hell, when I was giving to people, they was talking about me. When I ain't giving to people, they was talking about me. When I was out of the way, they was talking about me. Now I'm standing up front, they talking about it. It does not matter what they're going to do. Their whole job is to destroy whatever it is that God have me to do. So if I'm operating in my purpose, that is their job, to make sure that I don't operate in my purpose, to make sure that I don't get the followers, to make sure that no one comes onto my life. That is their job, is to talk about me. That is their job, to come into my life. That is their job, to come and hackle me. That is their job. My job is to continue to teach you. It ain't about how many people there is, because some days we have 100 people. Some days we had 213 at one point. Some days I may have 6 people. But the point of the matter is that I'm going to do my job. I'm going to do my job. And that's what you have to do. That is what healing is all about. That is what healing is about. Despite everything that's going on, are you still operating in your purpose? Yes. Yes, sitter. You're absolutely right. Look, I had to look at your name. But yes, you're absolutely right. You can't control anything about anybody else. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the shares. Thank y'all for the follow. Continue to like and follow. Listen, I have people that come into my live. They won't say a word. These are people that I've been knowing. They won't say a word, but they're willing to sit in to listen because they want to talk about me to the next person. They want to bring me up to the next person. They have to do something within them. You have people that sit and watch my live that won't click in just to see what am I saying. Some people come in just to see how many people I got in here. They want to come in just to see what I'm talking about because they're attaching me to a season of my life that no longer exists. They're attaching me to a place who I used to be. They're still hanging on to that, and that's the one that they want to see. They don't want to see this new me. See, they can't have a conversation with this new me. They can't even hold a match to me. They can't stand next to me and feel comfortable. They couldn't stand next to me and feel comfortable when I was attached to the old me, but it still made them feel a little bit better. Like, okay, she is better than me, but she ain't that much better than me. Now that I have operated and I stood up into my entire full purpose, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Now they're trying to figure out, wait a minute, what you got going on now? Wait a minute now. Why is you not at work? Well, why is you doing this? How is this? See, instead of coming in to heal, you're coming in to judge. And I'm not specifically saying me. I'm just putting examples out for you guys because I need you to understand. This is what people are doing. They are following you just to see, have you stepped into your purpose? Because it's not them. You have to understand it's the spirit in them. Every attack that we have, it has nothing to do with us. Nothing at all to do with us. It has everything to do with what the enemy have planned for us. That is it, and that is all. That is it, and that is all. The enemy want us not to be in our purpose. The enemy want us to be attached to him because the more control that he have of the people, the powerful he feel that he is. But are you really that powerful? Now that I stepped in my power, now all of a sudden I get all these different attacks that I never seen before. I never been attacked that way. Now, but it's funny because I laugh about it now. I laugh about it now because I don't get upset about it. I laugh about it because I understand it has nothing to do with me. This is all spiritual. This is spiritual warfare. And if you do get me to the point that you done made me mad, then I realize that, hey, I need to go heal from that, because I need to heal that. Because I'm so determined to be the best version of me. I'm so determined to be that chick. I'm so determined to not be who I used to be. I'm so determined to have more. I'm so determined that when my kids speak to me, even if I'm not here anymore, speak of me to their grandkids or to their children. When they speak highly of me. That my grandbabies, my great-grandbabies, my so on and so on for the rest of my bloodline that I've created will sit back and think of me as the greatest of all times. I'm the Harriet Tubman of their family, because of the fact that I broke the generational curses and I had no fear of doing it. That I'm the one that set them free. That I'm the one that made sure that I came back, dug that hole, and figured it all out and got my generation up out of the hole, so we can move forward. See, that's how I want my bloodline to look at me. Not know, well, we struggled, mama was this, and, we had a hard life and this, that, and other. And I ain't talking about materialistic things. My kids ain't going to talk about materialistic things. They don't even look at materialistic things like that. They're going to sit back and say, man, mama was, listen, they used to always say LeBron James the GOAT and all this, but I couldn't understand it, because every time I seen in greatest of all time, all I thought about is my mama. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, that's what you don't understand. See, I got my MVP. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Y'all come on in, like, share, and follow. That's what you want your bloodline to look like. That's why it's so important to heal. But before you can even heal, you have to understand, do you love yourself? You have to love yourself. Love yourself. What does that mean? What does loving yourself look like? Thank you for the like. Thank you for the shares. Thank y'all for the follow. Well, loving yourself looks like this. Loving yourself looks like this. Hold on. Loving yourself looks just like this. Me. I'm a testimony of what loving yourself looked like. Because let me tell you, at one point, I was so insecure. Like, oh, I'm not pretty enough. I'm not thick enough. I'm not into all that, as they call the basic girls. I'm the basic girl. I don't wear the lashes. I don't wear the eyebrows. I don't wear the, all the extra stuff. I don't do all that. I'm just me. You know what I mean? I put on my regular little makeup and I do my hair. I don't like all the different styles. I don't like spritz on my hair. I don't like all these curls I used to wear short. I didn't like all that. What I wanted is, thank you. What I wanted was just to be not seen, but seen, meaning that you see me, but I'm not on the spotlight. But guess what? Because what shined in me, I was already standing in this, at the front. I was already at the front before I walked in. And you know why? Because the spirit had already showed up. See, that's what I talk about. The spirit in you always shows up first, and it lets the light in, right? So before I even would show up to work, the spirit was already there talking to the other spirits like, hey, yo, I'm going to tell y'all right now. So I was at Coach Nye last night when she was picking out her outfit and everything. She was getting ready. Like, she don't realize that, hey, I made sure she was fancy. So y'all go ahead and roll out the red carpet, because y'all about to be mad, because she got some shoes that y'all ain't never seen before, and she gonna put it on, right? And the whole time I'm just coming in like I'm just regular. Hey, you guys, what's going on? Trying to be seen. I'm seen but not seen, but at the same time I'm pissing everybody off. Everybody's just because the spirit already showed up. And that's what I mean when your spirit is clean. It ain't about that you sit and you act holier than thou. Your spirit is clean because you do right by people. You do right by people. You do the right thing even when people are not looking. You always making sure that you are doing what God said. Love thy neighbor. That does not mean give the neighbor everything that you got. And that was a problem I had to heal. I was a people pleaser. I wanted to make sure everybody had. Listen, well, if I'm rich, I want everybody to be rich. See, that was my problem. It wasn't for everybody to be rich. That was my inheritance. That was my cup. That was my cup. I worked hard for that cup. I proved to God that I was worthy of that cup. So how dare I give it to someone else? Until God put a pause on me and was like, I'm going to show you better than I can tell you, because you're going to stop giving my money away. You're going to stop giving everything I gave to you away. You ever heard your mama, you get yourself in trouble because you gave your jacket or something to your friend that your mama worked hard for and bought it, and she like, oh no, I'm going to beat you behind. You're going to go get that back. You're going to get that back because I bought that for you with my hard-earned money, and that was God. I gave this to you. You worked hard for that. I gave this to you. I gave this to you because you did the work for that. I told you to do something. You obeyed me. I gave this to you. How dare you go give it to somebody else? How dare they? But when they get it, it don't work out well for them. They lose it. It ain't worth what it was worth when it was with you, because you are the prize. You are the prize. And until you understand that the people that you are dating, the people that you are with, they're only successful because of the fact it's you. You are the prize. Because you are the prize, that's what makes them successful. But once you remove your light, see, this is the thing. God will allow that person to still shine up under you because this is your gift. This is your inheritance. You're going to get that anyway. When people say, well, God ain't going to give you what you need until that person is out of it. No, it's levels to it. It's levels to it. You're still going to get blessed, right? And this person is going to be attached to you. That's why they say everything attached to you win. Yes, everything attached to you win. And then when they leave with your winnings, then what you got? What you got is a whole lot of nothing. You sitting there crying, picking yourself up out the floor, snotting, and then look like they living their best life, but it's only for a second. It's only for a second. That's why people that go out here, I'm a hustle for any and everything I got. It's only for a second. But see, your blessings are going to be for a lifetime. See, that's the pause that God got to give you. Like, okay, you want to keep giving my stuff away. I told you to get rid of Buddy. I told you not to go over there. I told you not to do this, but you want to do what you want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and put a pause on it because I want you to feel what it's like to not have my hand on you, my daughter, my son. I want you to know what that feel like. And then you sitting around talking about, God, I feel like you're not here. Well, I'm not there. I'm over here. This is your path. And this is what I bring glory to over here on your path. But you over there on his path, your GPS don't even work in Germany. If you from America, what you got your GPS on his path for? It's not going to work. You're not going to navigate well. You're not going to be successful. None of this is going to work for you because your path is already set for success. It's a part of your inheritance. You are royalty. It's a part for you to be the best of the best. But you over here with Buddy. He on the nearest highway exit to hell. And that's where you want to be at? When over here, everything that he's putting or she's putting in plan, talking about some, well, we're going to be rich. Well, we're going to get this t-shirt business. Well, I'm about to be a rapper. I'm about to get signed and then we're going to have this. All this stuff, his wish I coulda, woulda, shoulda, whatever it is, my imagination, my thought, this is what I'm going to do and putting no action behind it. But you putting all the action behind them because you believe in their potential. You believe in them. The whole time you are destined for greatness. Your GPS is taking you straight to greatness. But you over here with Buddy trying to navigate his or her path that you know nothing about. You know nothing about this path because this ain't your path. This is his or her karma. And you done jumped your tail in his or her karma. Now you over there trying to figure out, now how the hell did I get up in hell? Now I looked at my GPS, it told me to turn left. My GPS told me to turn left, and then it said exit here. Exit here. Yes, it did tell you. But you have an American GPS in a foreign country trying to operate. That's how you ended up there. But it's not until you decide to heal, love on yourself, get yourself on your path is when you're going to start feeling real good. Real good. Real good. Do you understand? Thank you, baby. Thank you. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you. Listen. When you start identifying and knowing who you are and whose you are, baby, that business you want to open up, guess what? It's going to be booming. That storefront you want to open up, guess what? It's going to be booming. You're not going off of anybody else's idea. See, this is the thing. Let's talk about relationships. When y'all married in a relationship, what happens is you tell your significant other your plan and you're like, hey, this is what I want to do. Because I know when I was married, I would tell him, like, this is what I want to do. But guess what? Because he didn't believe in what I believed in. You know what I mean? He could not support me in the way that I needed to be supported. Thank y'all for the likes, shares, and the follows. I see y'all comments. Listen, I ask y'all share this out. So he didn't see my vision. He didn't see my vision. Yeah, I was married. But he didn't see my vision. Just because you marry someone does not mean that was the partner that God gave to you. See, God has your purpose for you. That's why I always teach y'all about Ruth. See, when Ruth was minding her business, before we get to Ruth, let's talk about Proverbs 31. So then I can ease on into why Ruth fits into this. So in Proverbs 31, it tells us about a woman, and I always tell you guys, it's not a woman, it's not a person, it's not a thing. Proverbs 31 is the legway of God letting us know, okay, daughter, you're supposed to be doing these things. You got to have your own job. You got to be doing these things. Basically, what he's saying is know how to take care of yourself, because in the season that I'm taking you through, I need you to be so focused on you. I need you to be so focused on me. I need you to be so focused because I'm going to be doing a thing in your life, and I need you to know who. I need you to be able to hear my voice and know who I am. I need you to already know how to take care of things, because I'm going to teach you how to operate in your purpose, because your Boaz is out there. If you have not met him yet, if you're not married yet, then guess what? I'm teaching him how to operate when there is no you. Remember, we was created to help him. We was created whole. And the reason why we was created whole, because of the fact we know how to carry a load. So therefore, he's working on him. So when we come together, our purpose, not the whole, well, we got to be equally yoked. You got to get my, you got to be making millions like me. You got to be doing, no. Equally yoked mean y'all both are operating in your purpose. So when you operating in your purpose, there's no room for arguing of who is she, who is he, what is they doing. When you go out into the field, when you go buy a new field, Proverbs 31 woman, when you see a field and buy it, when you see some linen and cloth and things like that and you want to buy it, you can go out there and buy it. He's not worrying about what you're doing with your money. He's not worrying about what you got going on. He's not worrying about this. When he's out in the council with his friends and this, that, and the third, you're not worrying, is they at the gate talking about women? Is they at the gate doing this? No, because you trust, and he trusts that you are operating your purpose, because y'all equally yoked. So just because you're married to somebody does not mean that was the person you were supposed to be with. That's the person that you chose to be with. Hey, that's a you thing, not a me thing. I found that out and I left. So listen. Now let's get to Ruth. See, when God said, all I want you to do is focus on you, giving you the guidelines, and focus on me, because I'm going to be dropping some things for you. I'm going to make life easy for you, but I need you to see what I'm doing. See, what Ruth thought she was doing is just picking up the leftover things that they were dropping, picking them up like, ooh, I got a little bit. She wasn't even worrying about how much she got. Is this going to be enough? All she was worried about is doing her job. See, she was operating in her purpose. She went out there and started picking the stuff up, putting it in the bag. Everybody else is out there trying to get what they could get. But see, what God said was, let's look at God as Boaz. Said, hey, leave some stuff behind for her. Leave a trail behind for her. I know her people. Don't worry about it, because she's favored and she's covered. Regardless of what his motive was, the spirit in him gave him a message, and that's what he put out to his people. So she picking it up. She not too proudful like, well, Naomi, it's just too much work out there. I ain't got too much. It's just too much work out there. I'm only bringing on a little bit. No, what she said was, this is in her mind. This is what I'm assuming she said is, oh, I got just enough. Man, we gonna make a loaf of bread. This loaf of bread is gonna last us for 2 days. This is gonna work for this. Oh, okay, yeah. So how I can calculate it, if I come out here every day, and if they even just drop a small load, that'll be enough to get me here. This is how I can multiply. Do you understand what I'm saying about a Proverbs 31 woman? That is why God created us. Because the men, I'm sorry, we were created whole, meaning that, hey, we got it together. We know how to carry a load. See, we can multiply. You give it to us and we're going to multiply. You give it to us and we're going to solve it. You give it to give me the problem. I'm going to solve it for you, and you go on about your way. See, she already was planning for the next. So she said, if I get just this little bit, I got this little bit. Then if I get a little bit more like this tomorrow, and a little bit more like this, then I'll have a whole bag full, and that bag full can produce this. And not only can we make bread, we can sell bread, we can make some money, we can do you understand how a woman's mind operates when we are clear-minded and we just solely on our purpose and God is going to give us everything that we need. I'm not saying you got to be out here being perfect, talking about some, yes, God, Lord, how I'm holier than thou'st and than thou'st. No, focus on you. Allow God to work on you. Allow God to deal with you. The same way how God is doing a thing for her, but she's so focused on her purpose that she's not worrying about if it's not going to be a trail. She already thinking ahead. Now remember, this is me thinking as if I was her, right? So this ain't in the Bible that she was thinking this. Don't be running to the Bible saying, Coach Nye said that she was multiplying, and no. So in her mind, she already know. Okay. She ain't even thinking like, Is this going to happen tomorrow? That's the faith of the mustard seed. How did we get to the faith of the mustard seed? This is something that I love to talk about. What is the faith of the mustard seed? See, she just believed. She already told herself. She already manifested. She already know it to be a thing, and it already became a thing. But the problem with the mustard seed is that what she thought was going to be small. See, when you plant a mustard seed, is already whatever's in that mustard seed is already destined to be. So whatever's destined to come out of that mustard seed, as we keep talking about, is going to be a thing. So what she did was planted a little mustard seed, and she went about her day watering it by operating in her purpose. And guess what? It bloomed out that, hey, you're the one that's going to be Boaz's wife. You're going to be over all of this. You're going to inherit this. You're going to inherit that. Do you understand where we're going with this? When you operate in your purpose, you can't help but walk into your destiny. Walk into your destiny. Don't sit around here letting folks think that you are you can't do that, or that ain't real, or no, they're telling you that because of the way they process in their mind of what they felt or how it should manifest or how it should be, and then they tell you it didn't work for me. Ain't no such thing as that. Ain't no such thing as God. This because it didn't work out the way that they wanted to work out, but the whole time it's working out. See, you worrying about, well, I ain't got no millions I've been praying for, but yet your bill's been paid. Hey, Picasso, thank you. Your bill's been paid. You ain't never had to worry about not having a roof over your head. You ain't never had to worry about not having food in your mouth. But what you thought was coming out of the struggle was you having this big old this and you having that big old that and you have this. See, when you stop thinking about the outcome and just start focusing on the right now, what is, that's why I always say stay present. Because a lot of us, matter of fact, all of us, I'm going to say all of us, and it probably ain't true, but this is my opinion. This is my thinking, but I'm going to say all of us. We all sit back and we ask God for a thing. We have at one point in our life asked God for a thing. And when it didn't happen, we sat back like, okay, well, it ain't for me. So that's what that means. It ain't for me. But it is for you. You asked him, he's going to give it to you, but it's not for you to sit around and think how it's going to come to you. So then you give up on it. You give up on it because of the fact you took your faith away. You went and unplanted your mustard seed. You went and unplanted your mustard seed because of the fact it didn't happen. I've been waiting for years. I've been playing the lottery for years and I ain't got no money. Well, who said it was going to come through the lottery? Let's add up everything that you done had in life. Let's add up your house. Let's add up your car. Let's add up and what you asked for. You asked for $1.2 million. Just look at your house. Let's look at your car. Let's look at your net worth. It's $1.2 million. Then they say you got to be specific. Okay. I told God I want $1.2 million. But what you processed is $1.2 million going to be in your bank account. No, what $1.2 million is, you asked for it and he gave you everything. But because you unplanted your mustard seed, now you're sitting in doubt. Now you're sitting in hurt, trying to figure out, well, God, I ain't going to never get this. And then you're not grateful for the things that you have that he already blessed you with your millions. Well, thank you for the follow. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the shares. Come on in. Well, I don't know what to tell you, my friend. I hope I didn't miss nobody. Hey, Nye. But yeah, I need you guys to understand that what we ask for and what we want, what we need, everything that your heart desire, God will give to you as long as it stays in alignment with what it is that you want. You too, baby. As long as it stays in alignment of the things that you want. Stay in alignment with him. Then you can get the things of your heart, whatever your heart desire. As long as you stay in alignment. See, a lot of y'all, we ask for these things. We ask God, I want this, I want that, I want this, that, and the third. And you don't get it. And then you keep going, bumping your head against the wall about certain things. Certain things keep happening in your life and coming to light in your life, and it keeps coming and it keeps coming. And you're like, well, why does this keep happening to me? Why does that keep happening to me? Well, I'll tell you why it keep happening to you. Because you asked for a thing, and he's trying to prepare you for a thing, but he can't prepare you for a thing because of the fact you're not ready for it, and you're so stuck on how it's supposed to come, when it's supposed to come. God can't prepare my bank account. Can't deliver what I want in my bank account until I prepare it. Meaning that, Meaning that all this spending just because, ooh, I want it, I got it, I need it. I don't know how to save a piece here because as soon as I save it, I want to take it. Or whatever the case may be. Prepare your bank account. Half of y'all ain't even got bank accounts. He can't put $1.2 million in a cash app. Come on now. You got to be serious. You think he about to put in your cash app? Prepare your bank account. Listen, he can't put that $1.2 million in your chime card. Prepare your bank account. He cannot give you a doggone luxury vehicle and you ain't even prepared yourself to go get a garage. See, this is the thing. Listen, you so worried about keeping up with the Joneses or keeping up with the society that you over here with your air mattress sitting around in your doggone whatever apartment, wherever you living at, in your friend's house, in your backyard, in your car, I don't know where you at. And you living there and you talking about I'm going to get me a Mercedes. Okay. That's not far-fetched. Gotta give that to you. But where you going to put it at? Come on in. I thank you for bumping into this live. Look. But Lynn, where you going to put it at? Wait, where are you going to put it at? See, when God gives you something, how are you going to protect it? So you gonna pull your Mercedes up to the bedroom that you renting out? No. Get your priorities right. You ask for a thing. God, I want a Mercedes. He's gonna give you a Mercedes. But I need you to ask God to place you somewhere that you can protect the assets that he's going to give you. Because that you're showing him that you appreciate those things. Meaning that, God, I'm gonna take care of what you gave me. You're going to give me this guy. I'm going to take care of this thing. I'm going to take care of this thing. What up, Chop? So you gave this to me? All right, cool. Well, all right, God. Well, this is what I need to do because I believe in you. I already know you're going to give me that car. Thank you. Thank you in advance. Thank you. That's how you got to talk to. Listen, people don't believe me. People do not believe me. I don't work hard for anything. I don't care what kind of job I have, and I had some high-paying jobs. I don't work hard. I never had to work hard. It wasn't because my looks or nothing like that. I did my job. I did what my job was, and I would do extra. It's just it wasn't hard to me. Everybody else scratching their head, this, that, and the third. It wasn't hard to me. Do you understand? See, when you operate in your purpose, these materialistic things, these little things that they give you, the little workload, that's what they are, little workloads. It's nothing. This is okay. Let me just do it. Because my hard work was me operating in my purpose. So everything with the material, I learned how to material. It's easy because it's an illusion. Purpose is the real deal. Anyway, let's get back on it. Whatever I ask God for, he just give it to me. People think that you have to know me. You have to really know me personally to understand this because if you don't, you just like, here she go, another one of them. No. Whatever I ask for, I get. Everybody else work hard to get what I ask for. Do you understand? Because I understand who he is. Meaning I look at him like my daddy. That's what it is. It's my daddy. Why wouldn't he spoil his baby girl? Duh. I'm dead serious. Whatever I ask for, I get. Now, there's some things I ask for, and I'm like, now why it ain't come? But when I learned that, because it'll come, and then I'm like, but I thought it was going to come this way. Hey, boo, I thought it was going to come this way. Nina, what up? But he brought it this way. Oh, won't he do it? Yes, he will. I'm telling you, that's how I would always end up dancing. Because of the fact, listen, whatever I ask for, I'm not doubting him. I can't doubt him. So that's why I tell people when you operate in your purpose, you don't worry about when it's going to come, how it's going to come. You ask him. This is what you want. Ask him. Now start preparing for it. The young lady said, so you telling me, because she was telling me all these candles she be burning. She told me she had money candles. She got this candle for that candle. And I was just sitting there. She was like, well, sis, why you looking at me like that? I said, because that's hard work. You're doing a lot of work. Like, she telling me all the stuff she doing to get something. money, whatever it is, something. I was like, that's just too much work. She said, well, what you do? I just asked him for it. I do. And I believe that it's going to come. Like, there's nothing that no one can tell me it's not going to come. Now, don't get it twisted. Now, here's where it comes, because this is when your faith get tested, because I'll tell you about when I was building this home. First off, the way I fell into buying this home anyway was a whole thing, and I knew it was of God, and so I just went and operated like, all right, cool. It wasn't a thing of me like, well, am I going to get qualified? I don't even worry about getting qualified no more, because if God tell me to do it, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to get qualified. That's how I believe. But something happened. I had to sell my other house before I could move in this house. This house is being built. Closing was coming in on at the end of May, and my house hadn't sold yet. Now, I got caught up with all, family and all that trying to buy it, and then they didn't want to buy it, and then getting held up, and this and the third, blah, blah, blah. It was a bunch of mess. However, I'm going to tell you the exact words that were told to me. This is what God told me. I sat in the house, and I'm like, God, I'm getting frustrated. I'm feeling the type of way. I'm like, oh, my God, I done built this house. Now, I done packed up my whole house. I got everything packed up in the truck. And I'm like, oh, man, I don't know. I got everything, right? He said, go home. I don't want to go home. Home is my hometown. I don't want to go home. I don't want to deal with nobody. Go home. Go home, and I'm going to get a phone call. Still a little worried, but packed up. From Mississippi all the way to Indiana, drove. I'm sick. I'm trying to pretend like I ain't sick, because I'm like, Lord, I'm about to not be able to get my home, Even though I got a nice home, it's just the fact that now I want the home now, right? I lay in the bed. I get a phone call from my realtor. It was like, hey, we got a buyer, this, that, and the other. See? Do you understand? I almost dug up my mustard seed. Had I not went home, I probably would have messed it up, because I didn't need to be there. I didn't even need to be in the area when the walkthrough was happening. I didn't need to be anywhere near it. Nothing. Because I was obedient and did what I was supposed to do, and I went because I know he never not gave it to me. See, these are the things of my heart. This is what my heart desired. These are the things that I wanted. Ever since a little girl, these are the things that I wanted, and he gave it to me because I stayed in alignment. Anything that I want, I get. So when she said she was doing all these candles and things, girl, that's hard work. I say, God, I want this. And it's like, okay, now I go. I want this. Now go fill out the application. I don't go fill out I don't take people with me. And let's talk about people. I ain't talking about the physical people. I'm talking about spiritual. Thank y'all for the gift. Nina, I seen your gift. Thank you for the gift, baby girl. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the shares. Thank y'all for the follows. Y'all go ahead, follow it out. Follow it out. Send it out. Share it out. Share it out. Share it out. And yeah, follow too. Come on. Go on in and follow your girl. Now, what I mean is I'm not saying physical people. I'm talking about the spiritual people. I don't take the spiritual people with me, meaning that the worry, the doubt, the confusion, I don't let them come ride with me. When God say do a thing, I don't care if it's something that I know my bank account is saying no. My credit score is like, baby, what you trying to make me do? I can't even squeeze to put out another zero. I don't take anybody with me other than my own faith, my own spirit. My spirit is my cheerleader. That's my hype man. Who gonna hype me up? Hype me up. Yes, that's the only one that can ride on the passenger side when I go make these decisions. And I'm telling you this because that's what I need you to look at everything. I need you to stop looking at everything for the physical and look at everything spiritual. So when God tells me to do a thing and I want something and I know that everything that man said that I can't, God said I can, so I only take my spirit with me. I don't take the rest of the spirits with me. I let them know, like, look, I know you're doing your job. I know your job is to attack me. I know your job is to make sure that I do not get all this success. I know that's your job, but today you ain't going with me. Here's my boundaries. You done hit the gate. Now I'm sitting in dealerships or whatever across from the banker and all these different things. and different things. I'm sitting. All right, Veronica, I see you. Yeah, I'm sitting across the table from people that I know that my bank account says I do not belong at this table with y'all. But guess what? God said I belong here, so I'm going to sit right here. And guess who's well respected? She is. Guess who ain't pretending to be somebody else that they not? She. Guess who, I don't care what none of y'all say, guess who they're looking up to? Me. Because it's the spirit in me. It's God in me. It's who I am. See, it doesn't matter what people got to say. My spirit had already came to the meeting and let them know, hey, so I'm bringing baby girl up in here. Y'all, listen, y'all not better than her, okay? She's stronger than you and powerful than you in the spiritual realm. See, y'all have to stop looking at everything. And I'm from Indiana. Y'all got to stop looking at everything on a physical level. Y'all got to stop looking at everything that you run into and get into in life. Stop looking at it physical. I want you to combat it. I want you to combat it spiritually. So let's talk about it. Thank you for my gift. Send me some more. No, but seriously, I want y'all to look at everything spiritual. So let's look at it like this. You decided to heal. Now you got everybody coming for you. Thank you. You got everybody coming for you with the attacks. This person or these people or this, whatever it is, just keep attacking you. Like every time you turn around, it's to the point of the fact you looking at it like, look, I don't even want to fight you now. I just want to thump you. I just want you away from me. It's so annoying, right? That you starting to look at things like that. So let me explain something to you. Let me explain what that thing is. Let me explain what that Jimmy the Cricket is. Let me explain what's happening. I need you to look at it not physically like, oh, I'm sick and I'm tired. I don't want this happening to me. I'm tired of this and I want to run away. I just want to quit. No. You got to look at it spiritually. You got to say, okay, if it's attacking you like that, whenever you get an attack real hard, that means you're about to get a real big blessing. That means that you're starting to operate on your purpose. The whole purpose of the enemy is to keep you from operating your purpose. Let me put my puzzle together. Ow. Now listen, the whole purpose of the enemy is to keep you from operating your purpose. So if he's coming for you super hard and coming for you and constantly coming for you, that means that, girl or homeboy, you are doing your thing. That means you are elevating. Stop getting mad, get excited. I don't care what it look like. When you know you ain't did nothing and you man in your business. In this season of my life right now, this is the most attractive season that I've ever been in my life that I can identify. I may have been in some other attractive, but I'm not talking about just physically. I'm talking about spiritually, mentally, everything. My whole aura is attraction. It's attractive. It's attractive in this season right now in my life. So, because I understand it spiritually. All the attacks, I get people that I don't even know. I get people, I'm minding my business and they come. I'm the person that when they say, what does mind your business look like, Granddad? It looks like Coach Nye. Coach Nye. I mind my business. But because I understand that I'm no longer attached to this physical material world and I'm directly spiritual and understanding God and who I am and whose I am, I know that it's not you that's coming for me. So how do I look like punching you in the face when I'm getting attacked spiritually? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You punch that person in the face. Guess what? Another person is going to come. Was you just going to go around punching everybody in the face? No. I get excited. You know why I get excited? Because it's like, oh, I'm her. That's how powerful my spirit is. I'm me. A person that mind my business. A person that's only encouraging. The person that's always trying to help. The person that wants to be there for the next person. Pull them out. Help them heal. Help them love. You bothering me? Oh, okay, I get it. It ain't you. Don't worry about it. It's the spirit in you that don't like me. And so now I'm about to give him a run for his money because I'm not going to react physically because I am who I say I am. Because in this season of my life, the most attractive season of my life, the enemy is testing everything about me of, are you who you say you are? I am. And that's why I know I'm being attacked. carry on, move. That's it. Listen, I always forget to promote myself, so I'm going to do this now. I'm going to take time out to promote myself. I have a book, and it is on Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Amazon website. It is Trinity Walk to Self-Love. These were my testimony and things that I went through to help me. It's more like a journal to help you during your self-love journey. So you guys go on there, support. It's in my bio. Subscribe to my YouTube. All these lives are uploaded on my YouTube. So I thank y'all for y'all like, shares, and follows. I thank y'all for y'all support. Man, listen, I love it. I love you guys. I really, truly do. Let me make sure I ain't missed no comments. There we go. So back to the basics. So now that I understand that it has nothing to do with me, I also understand that when you are operating in your purpose, right, you unlock new levels. So I unlocked a new level with me. Now, I thought that I don't care. I always had that. No, it was more like nonchalant. Like, oh, well, it don't bother me. See, nonchalant, let me tell you what nonchalant means, really. Yeah, it's like you unbothered. Yeah. But that's on the outside. On the inside, oh, baby, they burning up on the inside. They tore up on the inside. They can't breathe on the inside. They feel a type of way. They shaking. Their anxiety is tearing them up. That feeling is tearing them up. They really bothered. So when people say, oh, they acted nonchalant, no, trust me, they're bothered. But the new level that I unlocked is I really don't care. Let me tell you what the I don't care mean. The I don't care mean for me when I unlock that new level is the stuff that's attached to this material, this whole, what the enemy got going on, this world right here, I'm not attached to that anymore. So what will make the old version of me and people around me mad, that's what make them mad. I understand that it's spiritual. What am I getting mad for? Why am I getting mad spiritually? Why am I getting mad at something that I'm no longer attached to? This ain't even my league anymore. Now, see, when you unlock that level, you really make the enemy mad. Yeah, it is like a magnet. So, but the thing is, when you start operating and managing your own business, right? When you manage your own business, and managing your business does not mean, a lot of people think that I'm going to do God's work. I'm going to get out here and I'm going to go tell everybody what they doing wrong, and that's not what a Christian or a person's supposed to be, and you condemn them to hell and this, that, and the third, and you teaching your own theology, right? Your own. That's not godlike. Listen, if God told you something, if he told you to, I can't tell you if God told you to go to that person or not, but one thing I do know for sure, everybody that I need to work on with, or that I need to work with, I put my 2 cents to, he bring them to me. And he also taught me how to deal with them gently. How to be able to say the same thing that you probably decided to put your 2 cents in and say, and messed it all up. Because it wasn't your job to do, it was my job to do. And now he bring that person to me, and I'm probably going to say the same thing you said, but I have to know how to deal with that spirit. Yeah. So that's why you see a lot of so-called Christians. They both Christian. This one say they are Christian. This one say, thank y'all for the follow. Thank y'all for the like. Thank y'all for the shares. Thank you. And that's why these two going back and forth with each other. Who's right? Who ain't right? They call this one a witch. Call that one not a witch. And they call this one a Christian. They both calling each other what they are. And they probably are both Christians. I don't know. However, you operate in your purpose, you do what God tells you to do, not what you want to do. I have a lot of knowledge about a lot of things, but that does not mean that I come on this platform and teach you. Things I had to learn, that when God give me stuff and I learn something new and he teach me something new, it wasn't for me to always run and say, hey, let me teach y'all this, let me teach you this, let me teach you this, let me teach you that. Because it had got to a point that I was coming on here and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to just start teaching. And God had to tell me, no, that's not your job. Basically, what he wanted me to do is have it for my back pocket. Meaning that the people that he's going to send to me, and when they would come on the live, they would ask a question about something. Guess what? I was knowledgeable about it. I didn't have to come straight forward and say, oh, this. No. He gave me what I needed to give because somebody, and when he send them to me, I'm going to have the knowledge to be able to meet them where they at to get a full understanding. And then they go do whatever it is they want to. See, there's always warning before destruction. And he'll send the people to you that need to talk to you. Just because you have the knowledge, if you find yourself strutting yourself on to somebody to dip in their business, you are definitely the problem. You will definitely be the problem. You will definitely be the reason why that person probably go off astray and get off their path. You have to know how to stand in your purpose, stand in your power, stand. Just hold tight. Thank y'all so much. Stand where you're supposed to be, because once you get out of alignment and you get out of your little square, your little block, your little path, where God needed you to be, when you get out of there, then you miss the person that he just sent to you. See, you too busy over there digging in somebody else's business when you were supposed to be right here at this time, at this moment, right now, because he was sending somebody your way. Yes. He was sending somebody your way, but you so busy over here in somebody else's business. Now you frustrated, and remember they all say I'm a Christian, but yet you fighting and stuff like that. No, you're not supposed to fight. Once an argument strikes, you disconnect. It's hard. It is very hard to do. It is very hard to do. But once you come to, because sometimes you get caught up in the moment, once you come to and realize what it is, disconnect. Because it has nothing to do with you. And 9 times out of 10, the person that's provoking you came in on you to disturb your peace. That was their job. Disconnect. And if they got you to the point that you ain't sleeping, you stressed out, you mad, you angry, go to the key and the root of it, of what triggered you. Whatever triggered you, that means that trigger needs to be healed. See, that's where I'm at in my season of my life. Anything that make me mad or upset me or make me frustrated, I look at it like, okay, that triggered me. It made me mad. It made me upset. It triggered me. Let me go heal. I'm so caught up on heal. I try and heal everything. Stuff that's already been healed. And if I feel a little bit, wait, do I need to heal that? Like, I get excited to heal things that's within me because I like who I am now. I'm not letting anybody take me out of this space. I'm only looking to become better. And the way I'm looking at it, like, Gary Day is better than this. See, I never had this before, and I like this. So it's better than this. Oh, I'm going to keep on healing. That's where I'm at in my life, and that's where you need to be. And once you start focusing on totally you, nobody else. Focus on you. Focus on what it is that God got for you. You become your own Ruth in your story. Remember, you are the creator of your story. This is your book. This is your life. You are the creator of it. Do not allow somebody else to write your story. I let people write my story for so many years. All my life, I was letting people write a narrative in my life. I'm living my life the way I want to, and I allow people to come in, write my story by giving me their opinion and talking about me to other people and dictating how things should go, making me question, am I supposed to be doing this? And it changed the whole narrative of my story. Now I'm over here trying to live up to their expectations. Like, okay, what they said I was doing was crazy, so I'm going to live like this. But guess what? I feel crazy, though. I don't even feel right doing this because this ain't me. But doing that was crazy, so I'm going to do what they want me to do. And by golly, I hit him with the by golly. By golly. What the hell? What the heliante? No. Now I'm off track. Now I'm over here looking crazy. I don't fit in over here because that ain't me. I was over here. The reason why they was calling it crazy is because of the fact we are on 2 different vibrations. You're a lower vibration and I'm over here in high vibration. I am elevating. I am ascending. I am chosen. I am who I say I am. I am. You're not that. You're trying to be like me. You're trying to attach yourself to me. You're sucking the energy out of me. You're trying to be like me, but since you can't be like me because you got to be born with it. It's like Maybelline. You got to be born with it. And since you weren't born with it, see, I'm tough. I'm real tough. Since you weren't born that way, so you got to make up. You got to manufacture a piece to look like me. You got to change things about you to act like me. It's not normal. This is not you. So therefore, since you can't be me in real life, you need to tear me down so you can destiny swap and pretend to be me. While I'm sitting here, y'all done destiny swapped with me. You living the life that I was already living. But because of the fact I was such a people pleaser and I was such a person trying to with low self-esteem, and I didn't have the love for myself, that I done let you destiny swap and you pretend to be who I am. But at the end of it all, baby, at the end of it all, even though I came up off my path, I was still her. You can't take that from me. It doesn't matter if you at your lowest. You know when you see homeless people, at the end of it all, they lost it all, whether it was dressed, whatever it was, they lost it all. But they still intelligent. They still smart. They still got a voice. They can still speak well, preach well, sing well, do all these things well. Thank you, Nina. Because it's in them. That's who they are. So all I had to do is realize that, and then I was like, you know what? I don't care what y'all say about me. I'm going back over here in my crazy spot, the spot that y'all call crazy. It's not crazy at all. It's clean. It's peaceful. You want me to come live over here with and come up in you want to live in a motel when I'm in a 5-star hotel. But because you can't get in a 5-star hotel, you make me feel like it's crazy and I think I'm better than everybody. And you make me come down to get in the motel. Well, see, that's a problem. And I realized it wasn't a problem with them. It was a problem within me because they tried to make me not see the greatness that was within me. And it wasn't them. It was the spirit that's in them. That's what Satan wanted me to not think or see the greatness within myself. But the problem is that I healed. And guess what? I am great. Oh, well, that's a you problem. My bad. I mean, I eat well. I mean, I'm going in a 5-star hotel. I mean, I don't care if you think that I'm better than you. That's a you problem, not a me problem. I never said those words, and I'm not going to justify. And y'all stop trying to justify who you are to these people. Guess what? I'm her. I love you more. I'm her. I ain't got to justify how did I become her. How about you get on board and watch me work? Don't imitate me. Watch me work. Don't try and be me. See, that's the problem. When they go into prayer and they say, well, God, I want this. I hope her downfall, this, that, I want what she got. Whatever the case may be, whatever it is, because words are powerful. Guess what? God give them what they asked for. You said you wanted to be her. God, why? How did I lose everything? Why I keep losing everything? You keep giving everything to her. Why I ain't got nothing? Why does this hurt? Why does heartbreak hurt? Why did my family turn their back on me? Why is everything going wrong? It's like one thing after another, after another, after another. Well, you said you wanted to be her. In order to be her, you got to go through what she went through. See, you see my glory, but you don't know my story. You got to go through everything she went through. See, if you want to be her, you got to be able to handle the battle. See, the battle ain't for everybody. That girl got swords still stuck in the back, still got bullets sitting up in the body. And she's still operating. She's still going through the doggone metal detectors. It's going off because she got iron still in her body. See, the problem is you want to be her. But you can't even take a flesh wound. You can't even take a scraped knee. Her whole knee been blown out. You can't even take hit him with the Nicky. So when people want to be you, you got to look at, because you know your story, they don't know your story. When they start losing everything, they've been hating on you. Well, that's why, because they wanted to be you. But don't you laugh about it, just peep game. When I see people going through stuff, and I'm just like, now listen, this was my biggest hater. They have no idea why they're going through all this. Well, I know, because you tried to bring my downfall. See, you wanted to be me. You only going through everything that I went through. But it ain't my job to pull you out of it. You wanted to be me. You asked, see, the thing is, the difference was you asked to be me instead of you saying, God, you know, these are the things I want. These are the things that my heart desire. God, can I have these things? Coach Nye said all she did was ask you, God, well, God, can I have this? But don't want mine. Do you understand, y'all? don't want anybody else's because you got to go through what they went through to get it. Do you want them problems? No. So don't think because somebody's lifestyle is good. Like a lot of creators, right? What's that one little couple? I mean, they did well for themselves, I'm assuming, because they said they rented out a mansion for like some thousands of dollars, crazy, like $40,000 a month or something. I don't know. I probably just made that up, but it was a lot of thousands of dollars. Yeah. It's thousands of dollars, to create an illusion to make them get the money. But what if I told you didn't have to do all that? I did. And I'm not that special. You his child just like I'm his child. So it's not that I'm better than you. You can have the same exact things that another person have. If you don't get it, guess what? It's because it ain't for you. I remember one time I just wanted a Nissan. I didn't want nothing special. I didn't want a luxury car. I just wanted a Nissan. I couldn't get it. I went there. I applied for it. I couldn't get it. They said I don't qualify. I was like, well, that's crazy. I thought for sure I can get that. See, I'm like, well, I get that because I know I ain't going to get no luxury car. So when I was younger, I was like, I ain't going to get no luxury. They told me no, but I went across the street to Mercedes. They told me yes. See, what I wanted was just something simple, but what God said I deserve. I did the work, so I deserve it. And not only that, he know that I'm going to share my testimony. My testimony, me telling y'all my testimony, is going to bring you closer to him. It ain't about me. It ain't about, look at me, look at this, and look. No, it's my testimony that I need to speak. But I had to learn that speaking my testimony to everybody, it wasn't really worth it. It wasn't really worth it. I would get frustrated. Like, why won't they listen? Well, the reason that they didn't listen because I was telling it to the wrong people. He didn't tell me to tell my testimony to those people. He'll tell you. When I come on here, I don't ask like, God, well, what should I talk about? No, excuse me. That's what I do ask. I don't just come on here, press live, and just start talking with the hopes of sitting around looking at y'all name come through. Hi, welcome, Nye. Okay. Then they go out. Hi, welcome. Then you're looking for the numbers, I don't do that. I come on here with a purpose. See, when you start operating your entire life with purpose, meaning that you go get a job with a purpose. You go get a bank account with a purpose. You go on live with a purpose. Everything I do, what is the purpose? I find the purpose in it. And that's what bring what I need to me. When I walk out this door, I don't just walk out like, I'm getting my car, I'm going on the ride because it's that I just need to be outside. Well, that's not me. I'm outside with a purpose. You will never catch me outside just, you out? No, because everything I need is here in my home. I don't feel captive in my home. I don't feel like, I'm behind these four walls all the time and it's boring. I don't feel that way. I don't feel bored at all. Absolutely not. Yeah. So when I go outside, it's for a purpose. Because ain't nothing else out there for me. Because I'm not attached to this materialistic world anymore of, I got to have and I got to be and I got to look and I got to see and I'm not attached to that anymore. I don't care about that. Thank you, God. Yes. That's what happens when you heal. You love your own company. Yeah. I do everything that I need is in my home. As a matter of fact, I'm building up my property. So listen, I'm even doing a whole sports bar on my property. That's me. I have a purpose. What's the purpose behind it? Well, that's for me to know, right? That's for me to know. I don't have to go hang out in this, that, and the third. I build a gym on my property. Why? I can have a great time here. The people, when I invite them over and they don't come, I don't get mad. I look at it like, okay, thank you, God. Because I have to remember, I prayed See, I didn't have to go get a priest or a pastor or a bishop or somebody to come pray over my home. See, y'all go get these people to pray over y'all home, and they're not even deliverer. They're not even the real deal Holyfield. You the real deal Holyfield. You're the healer. You're the protector. It's within you, your spirit. That's who you are. You were born into this world to be the protector, to be the healer, and yet you going to go get mother such and such because she was the best hats and she don't let nobody chew gum in church. Y'all go get her. Y'all go get the bishop that's standing in front of you, but yet he got 4 other kids by somebody else to come into your home. Y'all bring the negative and the bad spirits into your home to pray over your home, and you ask why. Man, my house got broken too. Man, my house got this. My house, because you never protected it in the first place. See, hey, that's a you problem, not a me problem. Because I pray over my home. I pray over my home. I don't worry about like, well, you know, this is going to come up in here. No, when they say I ain't going to be able to make it, it's cool. I'm not mad. Because they may be a good person, but that day they may have a spirit attached to them or something. It's not allowed in here because I said so. I declared and decreed a thing. Because I said so. Because I believe in the authority that he gave me. I'm trying to tell you, Naisha, and you can work at it. But yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I speak with authority over everything that's in my environment. I'm not controlling. I'm not anything. But because I believe a thing to be a thing, you ain't coming up in here, bruh. The spirit, it ain't going to come in here. I will irritate that spirit so bad before it even get to my door. Matter of fact, when it pull up in my driveway, it's going to get so irritated and frustrated. It's going to get up out of there real quick. Like, hey, I just seen you outside. Where you at? Man, my dog just fell out the sky. Yeah, they going to get up out of there quick. They'll make up anything. Man, the counter jumped over the moon and fell on my house. You see what I'm saying? I don't play those things. I don't play them games at all. I don't apologize for anything anymore. I'm not apologizing for nothing anymore. Because I know everything that I do, I come with great intentions, good intentions, the best intentions. Because if I come into your life, I'm coming into your life to elevate you. Whether it's friendship, relationship, whatever kind of ship it is. I enter into your life to elevate you, to bring joy, to bring peace, to bring laughter, fun, joy. Introduce you to things that you never knew anything about. Have conversations with you that's out of this world, but realistic. I'm very open-minded. Yes, I can talk politics and I can talk hoodatics too. However, I will not apologize for doing this, coming into your life, and I realize that you and I are on 2 different vibrations and walking completely away from you. What am I say? What am I gonna say? I'm sorry, man. It's me. It's not you. It's me. No, there's no apology needed. I disconnect when I need to disconnect. I connect when I need to connect. That's the power of healing, when you know when to disconnect and when to connect. I can connect to you and disconnect to you like that. I can tell you I love you and still disconnect, because what I understand love to be. Love is of God. I love you. I don't love people with conditions. I love you unconditionally, so I'm going to love you even though you disrespected me. I still love you because I understand the accountability that I am held. I have to hold that accountability, and I have to answer to God, then why didn't I treat my neighbor right? Why didn't I love my neighbor despite of? I've learned that me not being a part of your life, that's your loss, not a me loss, because I add value into your life. So if I'm not in your life anymore, yeah, you can do like, whoa, I don't care. Or you can tell all my business because we were friends at one point. Or, you know, you can do whatever you want to. At the end of the day, it's you're lost. I'm not going to say I'm sitting at home unbothered, you know, painting my toes. No, I'm probably up in here watching SpongeBob. SpongeBob makes me happy. While you trying to pretend to live your best life and piss me off. But guess what? I'm watching SpongeBob. I like SpongeBob. Thank you for the likes. Thank y'all for the share. Thank y'all for the follows. I'm over here talking about, come on, Patrick, for real. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know, I ain't from the South, so I don't know how to get y'all a little accent. Let me make sure I'll leave nobody out. Yeah, so I don't apologize to anything. I'm not apologizing for being who I am. For why? Oh boy, when y'all hear that broken English come up out of me, y'all know I mean real business. For why? You have to stop apologizing for things. That is people pleasing at its finest. In my book, Trinity Walk to Self-Love, get that book, read it. It's a journal. It helps you think through problems. I ask you questions, and it just helps you look at things in a different light. The whole purpose of healing is to change the way you think, right? If I think in the way I process something is the way it's going to settle within me. So let's give it a hint. Let's go with this. Well, you went through a breakup, and that person may have cheated or did you wrong, whatever the case may be. What you took from that is, that person don't love me. They mistreated me. Their actions caused you to process that they did not love you, and boom. Which created a feeling of hurt, which caused you to act out of an emotion of anger. Now we're going to roll it back up. Let's go. So from the bottom, the emotions was anger, your feeling was hurt. Well, let's tackle that. Wrong emotion tied to the feeling. Let's correct that. The feeling was hurt. She hurt your feelings, or he hurt your feelings. The feeling is hurt. The emotion should be, let's say, sad. Now process that. When you're sad, what do? You cry. Okay. Put a pin in that. We'll come back to the cry on how you got to deal with that. Now let's take it back up. Now, the reason why you're crying and all that is because of the fact that they don't love you. Okay, you said you processed this person don't love you because they cheated on you, whatever they can. We're just going to say cheat. Keep it simple. Cheated on you. And you processed they don't love you. Now, because you processed that, why did you process that? Well, I processed that because... Okay. I process that because that's how it is. That's how it is. You be thinking like, well. But let's get to the point of it. You process it that way because what your thought process or the way you feel love is. What do you believe love is? You don't even, this is what I'm saying. We get away from the Webster definition of what love is, and we tie it into what we believe love is, what love means to me. So what love means to me is a person don't cheat on you and they're loyal. So we're going to say loyal. You feel that love means loyalty. So therefore you process that this person did not love you, but that's not true. Let's take that back. Let's take that out of there. So this person cheated on you for whatever reason, and it hurt your feelings. It does not mean that person didn't love you. Because everybody say love don't hurt you. Yes. But are you going off the Webster definition of love, the spiritual definition of love, or your own love? I like to not even go off the Webster definition because that's man-made. Let's go back to what love is. Love is God. Love is the highest gift of all, right? So when I look at love of God, that means despite of anything that's going on, I am going to give love, right? I'm going to give love. Now, you hurt me, I just disconnect from you. I ain't gonna deal with you no more, but I love you. So with you, you need to process and understand what the true meaning of love is. You need to check, why did you say loyalty means love? We're going somewhere with this. Let's roll it back. 9 times out of 10, it usually goes back to your childhood. So let's look at your childhood. Loyal to you. You felt maybe, it usually starts with your first bullies in your life is usually your parents or your siblings. You always felt excluded, you know. You always felt there was no loyalty. They mistreated you. They put you to the side. You know what I mean? So they didn't love you. This person they was always, kept all their secrets. They always was there. They always protected them. They were always there for them. They always showed up for this sibling. But for you, they just did not do that thing. And you process from that point on in your life, you process that as love, loyalty as love. And if people weren't loyal to you, you said they don't love you. That's what I mean by healing. Trace a thing back. Because now I need you to process love differently now. That does not equate to love. That's what you equated love to. Because once you start loving yourself and understanding that, okay, that's not true. I needed to show, because I'm giving this love to everybody else. I'm telling everybody to be loyal, this, that, and the third. I'm being loyal to people. I'm loving people. I'm doing these things to people, but I'm not giving it to myself. Let me pour into myself where I am hurting. Let me love myself enough to know that, hey, I don't care what you say about me. I am great. I'm a good friend. I am. I don't care what you do to I am. You can't take that from me. You heal you, make you better, because then you'll process love differently. A lot of people still won't process it as the Webster Dictionary of God. They'll come up with another way of what they feel love is. But whatever way you feel love is, it needs to be a healthy way of love, of that people can actually meet you where you are in that love department. Not you just saying, oh, if you love me, that means you got to do this, you got to have money, you got to, and guess what? You're going to be single talking about, so I ain't met nobody that love me yet. Well, because you got all these stipulations on what love is. You got all these you get conditional love. We need unconditional love. Listen, I get into it with people, or even people I dated or whatever. They done me wrong, and I can still be ha he he cool with them. And I can be cool with them because of the fact I understand that it wasn't them, it's the spirit that's in them that was attacking the spirit that's in me. Because I always showed up in a loving place. I always loved people from, as I always say, until I healed, I loved people unconditionally from a broken place. Meaning that I poured way too much into that person, or our friends, or whatever the case may be. I gave them way too much because I gave them what I wanted and that I didn't get from a child. I had to learn, it stemmed all the way back from a child. So I gave way too much. So I was giving unconditional love from a broken place. Now, I still give unconditional love from a healed place. They don't like it, and I don't care. That healed place is all right, cool, that's what's up. I'm like, all right, cool, that's what's up. When they hit me with I got all these problems going on in my life. Oh, okay, that's cool, that's what's up. All right, well, I'm going to let you figure that out. You have a good one, okay? I'm not here to figure out your problems. That is not a me thing. It is not for me to make you tell me what's going on in your life. That's a you thing. It is. Now, if you decided to ask me, no, you can't just come to me anymore and just put your problems and just start blurting it out. We stop that. Those are boundaries. No more trauma dumping. Move. But you can ask me, can I talk to you? Can I ask you a question? And then I'll give you my 2 cents. But however, don't expect me to hold your hand and walk with you through the fire, because that's not my job. My job is to, when people talk to me, now I don't care who it is, I always say, God, give me the right words to say. If I don't say anything and I'm just hitting you with the okay, and I'm hitting you with the okay, that means that God did not give me anything to say to you. This is not a me thing. What you're supposed to do is see me, how I operate. And then it'll make you want to know, how did I get to that point? And then I can share my testimony. And that's what you got to learn. So, Collins, what is you talking about? Host, if someone hits you, multiply the hit by 5 and hit back. Simple. Boy. No, that's only if I allow them to. And see, Now that I went through the process, it's impossible. It's impossible. So I don't go back and forth with people. I don't do the whole thing of trying to find a way to get my lick back. I don't look for the negative in anything anymore. Even if you hit me with the negativity, I'm not going to find the negativity in it. What was the last week we was on live and the young lady was like, oh, you too dark to be sitting in the sun and this and that. Boy. A couple of y'all was ready to come unglued. For me, what I took from that, at first it was like funny because I'm like, she ain't lying. It's hot. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't looking for the negativity in it because I didn't care. However, what I did notice spiritually is that was an interruption to happen, to cause reactions. One, am I who I say I am? You was ready to come through the phone. But it was like, am I who I say I am? But it was a lesson for you guys to understand that in these moments, if I'm teaching you how to handle situations, now you get to see in full-fledged. Everything ain't a thing. Some people gonna be who they are, and it's okay. It doesn't matter. This person don't know me, but guess what? At the end of the day, she wasn't lying. It was hot. I had put on some sunblock too. But she didn't say that I was ugly. She didn't say all those things. She didn't say any of that. She wanted to know, why is you already dark sitting up in the sun? Baby. You see what I'm saying? So I don't take the negative in anything. I understand what it is. But it was much bigger than that. It was here to upset the crowd because that's what the enemy wants to cause confusion. And you also have to know that some things happen on social media, and it'd be for people to do a screen record, things like, thank y'all for the gifts, likes, and the shares. Thank y'all so much. Screen share, and fighting and chaos brings more people in. That's all it do. Fighting and chaos bring more people in, which causes more of a following, which causes, I'm not doing that. You know, I'm not doing it. Yeah. It can be taken out of context. Yep, it can be. But, but it was easy for it to be taken in a negative way because you don't know me. What if I was real sensitive about my black, beautiful skin? But I'm not. I love it. I think the darker, yeah, but I'm cool on getting darker. I like this shade. I like this shade on me. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the shares. So I want you guys to go subscribe to my YouTube. I'm going to upload all these lives there. Also, I want, if you would like to support, my book is on Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Amazon website. And it is Trinity Walk to Self-Love. The bio is in my, the link is in my bio to my website. Subscribe there. I do life coaching. The first session is free because I want to make sure that I can help you. And if I can't help you, I'll recommend you out to someone else. So if you need life coaching, go to my website. Also on my website, I do group. You guys can request me to do group sessions. I travel as well. And so leave me a message there, send me an email or DM me here if there's no spots open. Let me see what you're talking about. Yeah. You see, these are healthy conversations, right? Thank you, Collins. And that's why I'm loving this. I like to have environments that we all can speak because, Colin, one day you say I'll run out of energy, but at the same time, will I? Because my friends, my new environment of people, where I lack, they pick up. So like with Naisha, what does Naisha do? She always pours into me. Nina pours into me. My friend Cindy, she pours into me. When I'm thinking, when I'm off to myself, because we're connected, right? And we don't even get to see each other, but because we're connected, it's like they know when I'm feeling a type of way. So they'll send me text messages, they'll send me messages, and they pour into me, and it picks me back up. And it's like, okay, I'm back in the game. And that's what you have to do. When you heal, you have to create healthy environments. And then in the healthy environment, healthy people come. And that's what's up. Yeah. So that's what I want you guys to know. Y'all are so welcome. I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate everything that we talked about. I really appreciate you guys coming on. And like I say, I don't come on every day. I just don't do it often. I don't do it every day because I only come on here. This platform is only really just for me to put a message out. If I don't feel that there's a message for me to put out, then I'm not going to get on here. I want to, every time I come on here, I want to pour into you. I don't want to pour nonsense into you. I don't want to pour my own theology into you. I don't want to pour my own, off my flesh, my own understandings into you. I want to pour into you. So if I don't feel God going to use me, then I don't come on here. I just don't, So I'm not a social media chick. I just do my thing. Yes, yes, yes. So like I said, you guys, reach out in any way that you need to. I love you guys. If no one told you today, I love you and I'm super proud of you. And you are going to do great things, okay? And, okay. Thank you. And, continue to pour into yourself before you pour into others. And remember, God will pour into your cup. He will fill your cup up and he will also let it overflow. What's in your cup is for you. It is not for anybody else. Do not pour out of your cup. That is what God gave to you. The overflow is what you can share, but use your discernment. He's going to tell you who to pour into. Also, you are going to be the new storehouse because the churches are not the storehouse anymore. So when God sends someone to you, you need to pour into them. God will send the person to you. You will know that he sent the person to you because the enemy is going to send somebody too. Use your discernment on who it is. Ask God. Just ask him, is this? If you get that butterfly feeling or that anxiety feeling, that's not cute. That's not like, oh, he give me butterflies. That means, please, 9 times out of 10 is probably just going to run. Okay? Or that person that come around, they make you feel uneasy. That is not who you're supposed to pour into, but you take that up with God. That is a Naisha, and that's just what I'm speaking. But I'm just saying, know what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Don't run to somebody else because you learned something and try and tear them down. Don't run to someone else and try to attack them. Don't run to someone else with your own theology and thoughts and process of what you think something should be and tear them down because you will answer for that. Do you understand? Stay in your lane, learn, operate in your purpose, be your Ruth in your life, operate in your purpose, do your job, mind your business, do what God tell you to do, and you will be fine. Everything that your heart desire will come. You will be in alignment, okay? I love you guys. I'm super proud of you, okay? Coach Nye out. Bye. Wait, before I come off, thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the shares. Thank y'all so much. I don't know if I told y'all thank y'all, but thank y'all so much. Okay, now Coach Nye out.